Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are going to start a new project, and I was inspired by the cold temperatures. It's been so cold lately. So we are going to create a glowing snowman that's glowing in the moonlight, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So I hope you enjoyed the book, Snowmen at Night, and we're going to take our dark blue sheet of paper. Our subject is our beautiful snowman, so we want to draw him large, and I'm going to teach you how to create a dark value and a glowing light value. So to get started, we are going to create our snowman using a white chalk pastel. So there's a couple of extra white because everybody at the table is going to need white at the same time. So to start, I'm going to think about, put my hand on my paper. I want my snowman to take up a good portion of my paper. And when I draw, I always want to start with the most basic shapes, and I want to add detail at the end. So I'm not going to add any detail when I get started. So as I know a snowman has 3 spheres. A sphere is a 3-dimensional circle. So when you roll up a ball of snow, it creates a 3-dimensional sphere. And my top of my snowman is going to be small, and then each sphere gets a little bit bigger, and they connect. So there's my second one, and then my third one's going to be a little bit bigger. Okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the moon. And this is important because I can put my moon over here, or I can put my moon on the right. So the left or the right, but whichever place I place my moon, that will be the side that is lighter. So that's important. So if I put my moon over here on the right, and do a full moon, then the moon will shine down on my snowman, and I know that the right side of my snowman will be light. So I'm going to take my white oil pastel, and I am just going to add white on the right side. So I'm not doing anything to the left. I go about halfway. Okay? Then I can take my finger, and I can smudge that in a circle. If I go like this, it will make it look flat. So I want to smudge in a circle. All right, so let me fix this one over here. You can always fix your art. So if you feel like you mess up, I promise you can fix it. Okay, so your snowman should look a little bit like this. It should be a lot more white on one side. Now, if you get all this chalk dust, you can just go, don't try to brush it off because that will smudge. Anytime you have chalk, it will smudge. All right, now, if you notice, my moon is yellow here. So I'm going to take a yellow. I'm just going to add a little bit, and again, you can smear it, okay? You can smear it around. Everyone will have a baby wipe for their fingers. Your fingers are going to get dirty. And then now what I want to do is just along the outside, so not all the way halfway, but just a line of yellow. So when I did my white, I kind of brought the white halfway in, but now I just want to do a line of yellow, okay? And this bigger part, I can do a little bit more yellow maybe. And then I'm going to smear it, but just kind of right along that edge. Okay, is it starting to look like it's glowing? Yep. Okay, now, the back half of the snowman is going to be in shadow because the moon is shining right here on this side, but there's no light shining on this side. So look, I'm going to place my pastel back where it goes, and now I'm going to get kind of like a medium blue to start. I'm going to make this darker in a minute. I'm going to get a medium blue, and I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with the yellow with the blue. So I'm just going to use a line of blue. I might make this one a little bit thicker because, again, this is the back half, and it's not receiving any light. Okay, so it's a shadow. Now look, my fingers are pretty dirty, so I may want to find a clean one to smudge that blue. And again, I'm smudging in a circular motion. That's important. All right. And now that I have kind of my medium blue, I'm going to take a really dark color. That might be a little bit more white, but I'm going to press just a little bit white. I don't want my white to be as bright as it is over here, but I do want it to mix with my blue a little bit more. I don't want to see as much of the blue paper. I want it to look like it's a snowman. Okay, there we go. So it's very bright, very white. It's getting a little bit darker and then darker with my blue pastel. So now I'm going to take a really dark color. I can do purple or dark blue. And you decide just darker than the medium blue that you did. So let's see, I think I love purple, so I'm going to take a little bit of purple. And this is just going to be a thin line right at the edge. Okay, so you don't want this really thick. The blue line can be thicker, but your purple line's thin. And we're just going to blend this into the blue. Okay, so this is just adding a little bit more value to show shape. All right, so now I am ready to add all of my details. So I can add the eyes, I can add the nose, the scarf, the mouth, I can add snowflakes. I definitely want to add my horizon line. It could be hilly or it could be straight across, but I'm going to do that with my white. And now is all details. So I'm going to speed this up. You can do any type of hat you want. You can do a Santa hat. You could do a boggin type hat. You might do earmuffs instead of a hat. So you get creative on this part. Everybody will do this part really similar. So you're going to try to get your yellow and your dark and blend and do all of that to create your glowing snowman. But as you add your detail, you can add whatever detail you want. So let me speed this up.
So now I'm going to start adding details. I'm going to add a horizon of snow and fill it in. You could add a tree or other details. You can add a face, the carrot nose, a scarf, decorate your scarf any way you'd like. You can add a hat. Again, any type of hat you'd like. Just kind of keep going until it looks like you like it. Some arms. I added snow on my arms. And then some snowflakes.
All right, now the very last thing that we are going to do is we are going to add the shadow. So if you look, the light is making this bright, but the snowman is casting a shadow behind him. So if I look right here, the light is hitting this side of the snowman. I'm going to take my medium blue, and you're going to kind of go from an edge to the edge. So it's almost like you're going to draw. So you see, here's the base of my snowman. That's the base of my snowman. I'm almost going to draw at an angle another snowman. And I'm going to color this in blue, medium blue. So it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to color it and then smear it with your finger. All right. And then I like to build with my colors, so I'm not trying to make this as dark as I want it. Obviously, this is a little bit darker. So here, I took in the purple, or maybe even the dark blue. And my shadow is going to be the deepest, darkest color right here around the edge of my snowman. So I'm going to get a little bit darker of a color and blend that out. So what we're doing is we're creating value. So you see it's darker and it gets lighter. So you want artists to add value to their work, and that makes it more realistic, and just it makes your eye see it more three-dimensional. So I'm making that a little bit darker, and then I can also add this little purple that I added along the edge. Just do a very small amount. So remember that purple, we never do a ton of that. We just do a little bit. Just like we do a little bit of the yellow, just do a little bit of this purple. And blend it in. And there you have it. There's your snowman at night. Now, use your wipe to wipe off your hands. Make sure that your pastels are nice and neat. And we will finish these today, hopefully. Have fun!